Alright, I've painted your fence, I've washed your car. Can we do some actual training now?
Very well. Let's break out the training decks.
Oh no you don't! You've played blue-white control every day this week while I'm stuck with this green stompy deck!
Before you learn to stomp, you must learn to walk.
What does that even mean?
Perhaps a change in partner would suit you. Meet my most promising disciple.
Oh, come on! What's up, Planeswalkers? How you doing? I've got one final Ixalan commander to cover, and it's the Pants Lizard, flavored by Sunkissed himself. This is a 4/4 dinosaur that has the text, whenever Pantlaza, Sun Favored, or another dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control, you may discover X, where X is that creature's toughness. Do this only once each turn. Now Discover, in case you missed it, is a more broken cascade. Sure, I can't hit crazy expensive spells, but now I can guarantee that I won't, which is really good. Now being warned, Planeswalkers, today's deck is a brew and it's not dinosaurs either. Although we have a few, this is a blink deck entirely. I treated this deck more like a concept, and there is absolutely a refined version that you can make tailored to your meta. That said, our strategy is to set up a burn effect when we play exiled cards or creatures ETB, and then blink our commander to either get value or combo kill the table. Now if you're new here, I do request, so if you have a commander you want covered in its own video, leave it in the comments or join the Discord. Now starting off our creatures, we have Charming Prince, our first blink creature. That's blink effect is slow, but this card can still be played for other modes that give us some utility. Bergie, God of Storytelling, and let me tell you, when you see this card, you know you're playing against a brew. So let me explain things a little with our commander. We've set up a bit of a storm blink chain. Bergie can net us a lot of mana, and its flip side exiles cards, which is relevant for some of our burn pieces. Flicker Wisp is another blink effect, although it is slow like Charming Prince. Guardian of Gurnapur is even more blink. Pugnacious Hammerskull, which may seem odd with a blink build, but technically this is a 6/6, so it is a Discover 6 with our commander, so it's still worth playing, and we can blink it once a turn if we need to. Topiary Stamper is ramp, but also a good blink effect since it is a 4/4 as well, and we would get a land out of it, which is always great. Wayward Swordtooth is another good blink target. It has 5 toughness, so we would discover 5, and it can ramp us. Witty Roastmaster for some damage when we are blinking our creatures. Bloodbraid Elf is a pseudo reroll if we miss on our Discover trigger to hit a blink spell, so basically we get to have an option to maybe hit another blink spell. The downside is, though, of course, that we could hit a more expensive spell, and those won't blink our commander. Curator of Sun's Creation for double Discover action, although it is only once a turn. Curious Altasaur has 5 toughness for our commander's ability, but since we're playing a dinosaur commander, it can help us to draw some cards. Felidar Guardian is fast blink for our commander and a combo piece with infinite ETBs with other blink creatures. Geological Appraiser comes with Discover 3 on ETB, which could work if we want to blink that as well. Icewind Stalwart has a blink on ETB, and it can go infinite with other cards since it is a instant blink. Orthrin, Hero of Lava Brink, can copy our commander for more triggers, or he could combo kill the table with 9 mana and Terror the Peak. That's a big ask, but I'm still going to mention it. Purphoros, God of the Forge, to deal even more damage when we're blinking our commander. Plus, we can blink the blink creatures to rack up ETB triggers. Restoration Angel is more instant blink. Ripjaw Raptor has the 5 toughness for bigger Discover with our commander, but if you're trying to streamline the deck, I would probably start cuts here for more cascade spells. Wild Mage Sorcerer to cascade off our commander's ability once a turn. Elish Norn, Mother of Machines to double our ETBs and shut out the other blink decks, which is important because we don't get blue, so no Paragon Drakes for us. Noise Marine is another finisher for this deck, as we can blink it with our last spell to do crazy damage. We also get some cascade off of it, and again, there is so much blink in this deck that we will easily blink our commander 7 or 8 times with spells alone. Terror the Peaks is great in this deck, it deals a lot of damage, and if we get our Christmas Miracle, we will get to blink our commander 22 times instantly, not including slow blink. But then we also have the creature blink combo in our deck that works with this card, so this is a pretty obvious inclusion in the deck. Keeper of Secrets to ping our opponents every time we use our commander's ability or cascade with a creature. I personally play this card in my Atali deck, and it's never disappointed me with how fast it kills the table. Nashifni, I'm definitely saying that wrong, but who cares? It doubles our exiled spells, and hopefully you don't need me to explain why we are playing something like that. Trumpeting Carnosaur is a awesome new card that we can get out of our hand early to remove a creature, or we can blink it late game and start a Discover train. Atali Primal Conqueror is a very good card, and it finds spells from everyone's libraries and exiles it, letting us cast it for free. This is all tied up on an ETB that we can easily abuse to win, and not only win with our deck, but with our opponent's deck as well. Flaming Tyrannosaurus is a bolt thrower in this deck, and a problem if he sticks on the battlefield, as we don't have any issues growing this card. We do have a Planeswalker in the deck. It is Quintorius Cad, which we can use to drain the table when we play our exiled spells, and he can come down to discover himself, and his ultimate is relevant to our game plan, but we can't really reliably protect him. For the spells, I want to start with our non-blink cards first, as there's only a few, and then we'll get into our blink spells. First, we have Swords to Plowshares as our only removal spell, and we do plan to combo off, so we're really not here for a long game, so I didn't put too much removal in the deck. Jessica's Will for some mana or card advantage, and we have some cards that care about casting cards from exile, so this floor for this card is actually pretty high, and of course if we have our commander, we can do both things. Throes of Chaos works as another redraw for us, but it also keeps the spell count going and can be replayed from our graveyard. Nature's Lore, 3 Visits, and Sky Shroud Claim for some ramp. For the blink spells, and get ready for this because we have quite a lot here: Cloud Shift, Ephemerate, Flicker, Flicker of Fate, Justicar's Portal, Otherworldly Journey, Slip on the Ring, Twin Flame. Yes, I know it's not blink, but in this deck, cloning is basically the same thing for us, so I included it here. Acrobatic Maneuver, Airy Interlude, Ghostway, Heat Shimmer, Scroll Shift, Against All Odds. Hey, this one even has some upside. And Lazelle's Acrobatics, which can go crazy because we can blink a lot of creatures if we have them. Moving on, we have the artifacts and enchantments, and of course, as always, I will start with the ramp. We have Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, and Relic of Legends, which remember to tap your commander before you blink it so you can net mana off the free blinks. Seriously, this artifact rock is gross in this deck, so keep an eye on it. Now, I don't consider this card ramp, but Cursed Mirror is technically a mana rock, but we're really playing this because, again, we can copy our commander with it. For everything else, we have Passionate Archaeologist, which is another way for us to ping off the Discover ability or any Cascade spells. Fiery Inscription, we have a lot of spells that we can chain off, and unlike Gutter Snipe, this card is a lot harder to remove. Touch the Spirit Realm, so we can technically say that we have removal for most permanents on paper, but most of the time we'll be channeling this to blink our commander. Voyager Staff, which is a slow blink, but it can be played early, so we have the blink whenever we want it. Sword of Hearth and Home for more blink, but remember, don't put this on our commander as we need to be able to target him, and this gives protection from white, so we wouldn't be able to do that with all our blink spells. Golden Argus is a vehicle we can use the turn we play our commander for more blink if the first one misses or fizzles. Teleportation Circle is a repeatable blink. Panharmonicon is here for double ETB action. Conjurer's Closet is just a colorless teleportation circle that costs more and doesn't hit artifacts, but it's still worth playing. Chimley the Inner Sun to shut down counterspells and discover every end step. Finally, Warstorm Surge is the last big haymaker to ping our table out while we are blinking our commander. For the mana base, follow your heart, but if you want to copy one, then help yourself to the one found in the deck list in the description of this video. My land recommendation for this deck is Mosswart Bridge, since it gives us a chance to play another spell from exile for 1 mana. For the combo section, I'll be going over one of the combos featured in the deck, but there are more for you to find. So this combo is really simple. We just need an ETB pinger like Witty Roastmaster, Felidar Guardian, and Restoration Angel. To start, we need one of the blink creatures and Witty Roastmaster on the battlefield and the other blink creature in our hand. Then we play the blink creature, target the other blink creature, and since it's an instant blink, meaning we don't have to wait for the end step, we can now loop these creatures to ping the table out of the game. That is all for today's deck list, and I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know how I did, or tell me about your favorite blink commander in the comments below. Subscribe or join to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.